Hi, I'm Emma Gage, and you're watching Lifeminute TV. This collection is my fourth. It's inspired by a 1960s Czech film called Daisies, and it follows the story of these two women who are both named Marie, who are kind of tired of only being seen as young and pretty and not really being given worth in their society. So they decide to create chaos because that's what they see around them. There are scenes in the film of them cutting eggs and sausages on their bed. They go and steal corn from a farm, and they're strewing it all around the streets and trying to prove that they're around and they exist. They're going on these like fancy dinner dates and eating a lot of food, more than like a woman should. And there's another scene where they're in a bathtub of milk trying to like poke a bodybuilder cutout into it. So to me, I was really inspired by the like very blatant motifs of the balance of masculine and feminine and what they perceived as masculinity and what society perceived as femininity. And I really tried to bring those together in like a fun and creative way. So you see egg motifs, the bodybuilders, scissors, sausages, all with a very bright, fun color. So the fabrics are all sustainable as well. I focus on using only all natural materials, and my goal is to completely remove any synthetics from my brand. Right now, the only synthetic would be seen in some of the t-shirt materials, and I'm already working with some suppliers to learn how to get rid of that. But I use a lot of hemp, organic cotton, fair trade materials. All of the prints are chemical-free dyes. I have some prints that I was actually able to, pre-COVID, go to India and visit a block printing facility, so I got some material from them as well. I work with silk and cruelty-free wool too. And the last one, the sweaters, 3 of them are all hand knit, and I work with an organization called Coco, which is based out of India, and they focus on creating jobs and empowerment financially for women in their communities. So there are 3 hand knit sweaters here, and ultimately that's the goal that I want for all of my production. So the silhouettes are a balance of masculine and feminine shapes. I don't really go into a collection saying I need this to be the shape. I do a lot of collage work in my pieces. So I'll take images that fit with the inspiration in the collection, and then I'll collage them in a sketchbook, and I'll draw over them and figure out where the shapes come from in there. So consistently it does end up being some oversized masculine pieces mixed with things that might be more fitted, have a tighter silhouette. A little bit of a 60s reference as well, but my favorite silhouette is probably one that's behind you right now, and it's a circle coat that has flower petals coming out of it, so if you hold it up, it turns into this massive flower. The sausage skirt, 100%. I think that was also a culmination of the joy that comes from this collection, and we were working really hard to figure out how to attach the sausages, because originally they were supposed to be in a link, and it wasn't working with the material, and my assistant designer just looked at me and was like, what about if it was fringe? And we kind of had this aha moment of, oh my God, that's genius, let's do it. And then I was looking at it and I was like, okay, we have the same problem for the pants. Let's make the sausages suspenders. And it sounds really like corny, no pun intended, but it was a really fun, creative moment. And that to me is why it's my favorite piece, because it brings together like that fun creativity that exists in this collection. So the accessories were actually designed by one of our interns that worked with us, and she gave them as a gift. And for me, when I'm working with people, I really want to like embody and give them an opportunity to share their own creativity. A lot of it is trying to really create a collaborative community so that everyone feels like they can express an idea that they have. So the corn accessories were from her that she hand beaded from beads that are in the collection. We also did work with Doc Martens, and we took some of our embroidery motifs and put them on the shoes. I hand painted corn onto one of the pairs of shoes as well, hand painted flowers. So every kind of detail was thought of.